Hey going guys, it's Jetsimmer here again today. So today's tutorial, we're going to just be doing the systems check in the sky. So we've done the one on the ground, we've showed you what all the different systems do and what they could do when they're in the sky. But now we're in the sky, so we're going to show you how to use them. Okay, so we've got our FLIR set up and we're also going to be using the radar. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the FLIR on. FLIR's turned off at the moment, and we also have our radar, which is also turned off. So to turn these on, we need to go down here. I did this in my stream, so if you didn't watch the stream, this is a tutorial on how to do it. You turn those on. These are the laser target designator for the dropping bombs and the infrared laser sight target. So you can laser a target for a friend or one of your bombs. You don't need those on because we're not dropping bombs today. But this is what what it looks like up here on the radar. Okay, so you have your FLIR, and that's the little camera, and you have your map. So you can change these to GMT. C, which is the ocean. So if you want to find the intel on the ocean, you can do that. And you can also go to terrain radar if you're doing low-level flight. Map data, and that will show you what's on the map. Okay, inlet ice, that means we need to turn our ice on, where it's a bit cold up here today. We're going to turn that on, That should go away. Nice. So it's a little bit cold up here today. So left and right heat, we'll just turn that on quickly, just so we don't freeze up. So today we're just sitting at about 20,000 feet, flying above the coast next to Darwin Airport. So we're just flying around, doing a bit of circles. So I'm going to show you that today. Also, so we're going to be doing the autopilot a little bit more in depth at a later time too, actually. We won't do that. We're going to focus on these. Keep it a nice small tutorial today, and we'll get to it. Alright, so well, the first thing, we're going to turn that off. We're not going to use that just for a sec. We're going to use this one here. So the first thing you notice is obviously the black, either mountains or water, but I know that we're flying over water because you can see the blue. So the black is obviously water. The ground is obviously all that color. And we have a little beacon here, so we can zoom in on this beacon. Let this speed up, and you can see something is out there. Okay. I know what it is, but for the purpose of the simulator, we're going to say that it's a target, and we're going to go looking for it. Okay. So we're about 20 nautical miles on the on our radar range. Okay, we can do a fast scan, or we can do a slow scan. You don't really need to do fast scan. So as you can see, we've got another target there. Now this EXP1 and EXP2 and EXP3, that's zooms. So if I wanted to just so taking notice of our little reticle, that's just depending on where we are actually working. If you don't want to use your mouse, you can use control left arrow, control right arrow. Okay, make it a little bit more seeable. Now if I wanted to look at this area, because it looks like something of choice, what I could do is I can just go EXP and boom. Then I can have a look at it even further, EXP, boom. If it wants to speed up, that is. It could be out of focus by the time I'm finding it. So the jet's in the way, it's turning, so we're not going to see it very well. So there it is. We might be able to have a look at EXP3. Boom. I wonder if that will zoom in for us. And no, it's not. So obviously we're not going to find it through there because the aircraft is blocking our radar. So that's alright. What we can do is we just go out to one again. I'll just look for another one. So that's how you can do that. You can just use those to zoom into the ground and target specific things. Okay. We have it on map mode. So it's basically just looking for ground targets. Okay. This other little button here, you can freeze it if you wish to find something. What we'll do is we'll give it a heading of 270 heading. So we're gonna just fly west a bit, so we can turn around and have a little bit more fun looking the Darwin Airport. So basically, let's zoom out to 80. You can go out to 80. So we'll do a fast scan. I really don't think there's going to be anything out there. There's just a little bit of ground. It's all sea out there. We could go sea. And we're pretty much looking for the intel on the sea. Nothing out there. We're scanning pretty quick. Let's move that over here, so you can see what's happening down the bottom. So you want to change your field of view, 120, 20, 45, 90 degrees, and 120. I prefer a lot more. You can also put the data there to find out how white or how dark it is. You can change that to get rid of that. And you can do the BAR to, I don't know what it does actually, it might be something to do with the ground. And you can also change the GN. We'll obviously have to have something there for it to do it. So we'll have a look at that when we get back to thing. The OPR means it's in operating mode. Okay. I wonder if I can get rid of that altogether. So yeah, you can get rid of that altogether if you wish. Okay. So we can change it back to map. We're going to head back around to 90, so 90. Actually, we'll go 50. Maybe it will spin us back the other way. Yep, okay. That's a lot easier, because I think we'll have more time going back that way. Okay, cool. And we'll just go on and slow the aircraft a bit. So we're in map mode. We'll bring it down to 40. I believe Darwin's around there, so you can see the sorry. You can see the air traffic area. I am having a brain fart today. You can see the chart of the air zone, the area around Darwin. Oh, brain fart, big time. That is bad. Sorry. Airspace. That's the word I was looking for. The airspace around Darwin. So that is the airspace around Darwin. So we know Darwin's over there, but just by looking at this. But we're not going to be using that because obviously we're looking for stuff that hasn't got airspace. We could be out here looking for something out there. So, but for the sake of this, we'll be looking at the airport. And we'll be setting up some targets at a later date to go drop bombs back in another tutorial. So yeah, just come around. So there, he's directly east of us now. So what we'll do, so we'll go 090, boom. We'll just keep going straight back to that way. So he's around 40, so we should spot him shortly on that radar. There's a few things that you can do on the radar too. So if you want to spot something on the move, you can just muck around with it. If you want to freeze it and you found something, like I think it's about to pop up here. It's like, okay, I found something, it's right ahead of me. What is that? Okay, let's freeze that. And we can go here, go there, and we'll be like, oh, sweet, let's check that out. Okay, it's still there. Let's check that out. Boom. Okay, it's still there. Let's go check that out. Okay. Nice, there's something out there. So what I can do here is unfreeze it. There's something over there. So if I want to check it, we'll put 2 out there. Do that, and it should show up. It shows like there's a river and all that sort of stuff. It's pretty cool. Alright, so there's nothing there now. Doesn't look like it. I think we've lost our focus on it. That's okay. Not a big deal. Oh, we've got another one coming up here, so we can go check that out over there. Oh, what's that? Okay. Zoomed out to there. Oh, look. It's really opened up. What is that? There's an airfield. What do you know? I can see something out there. I can't use this just yet. That is a bigger zoom. So like I could just go boom. Let's go target that area. I just go like that. Okay, boom. Now I want to put those crosshairs over the target. Target designated. Okay. Now if you have a look up here, we have a target. So what I can do here is I can go CPL to target with the autopilot, and the aircraft will just follow the target that I have designated there. Now I'm going to swap this back over here. So that's how you find targets there. So there's another one that's pointing up. So if you go in areas, this radar will pick stuff up. So that's what targets look like. That's how you lock onto it. You're using the arrows keys to move around, and the enter key to lock the target. To deselect the target is shift delete. Okay. Go here, shift delete, done. Okay. Alright, so if I wanted to let's go like that. And go lock. Boom. Alright, so lock. Now I can use the FLIR, their little camera, if I wished. And now I can move the camera around to check targets out. Okay? So that's the wide view. So I can check out and I can see that there's an airport there. I'm going to target that building. Alright, I want to zoom. So I've already zoomed in. So that's a zoom out. That's fully zoomed out. So I want to zoom in at 2. But I want to go further. I want to see a little bit more. So I can go medium view, or I can go narrow view, and I can pretty much see people walking around if I wished. Like, we're quite some distance away still. 10 nautical miles. So I can zoom around just using that, making sure that the little reticle diamond thing is in that area. So that's our main DDI that we're using, and just using the arrow keys for that. Alright, a little bit of coverage there. You could probably get away by doing black and white if you wanted to in coverage, but it's more for dark. TV. There we go. I'm going to target this vehicle, and then yeah, I got targeted the vehicle. Okay, so that's basic knowledge on that. You can hide that so you can see a little bit more range to target. So that's how far away, the elevation of the target, the location of the target using latitude and longitude, and what direction the target is facing, or the direction of north. So we're actually about to go south here. Well, I think that's actually the direction of camera. So we're a bit off target, so we can like just do this. We're like, okay, boom, I found you, sort of thing. You're mine. And we can go and drop a bomb on that target, and we're good to go. So yeah, so it is very basic on how to use the FLIR and the radar. So very, very easy. Just make sure you have these turned on to operational, standby and standby on the way to the runway, so it's nice and warm for when you get in the air. Once you're in the air, turn them on, ready to go. Making sure that you have one of these set as well, just on nav, normally is the best option there. Alright, so now we are in front of the target, and the target's behind us. You can see that the target's getting away from us, and it's gone black. That means it's masked, the aircraft can't see it. So all we have to do here is basically just turn around. So we could go back to 320 and hold altitude, and basically when we turn around it should pick up on radar again, and we'll be good to go. Now, another way to target as well, we can also go Control-Shift-H and turn our HUD, heads-up display, on our helmet, I guess you would say, flight helmet. And we can also target the ground. So if I wanted to target, say, down there, I can hit Enter, and the way to do that, I need to go Control up arrow, so we have full control in the HUD. So now I can just go bang, there's our target, and that's what we're looking at now. I hit Enter doing that, hit Enter doing that, boom. I want to target that little lake down there, so I'm going to let it move over because the joystick is a little... Okay, so we're targeting the side of the lake. I can't see that lake very close through the clouds, but you know it's out there. Alright, so there it is. So you got to zoom out a bit. Alright, so we can see the lake a little bit better. We'll go ahead to the far, and then you can see the lake again. So let's see if we can spot Darwin again. Or spot a opportunistic. I think that's Darwin over there. So I'll go boom. Let's see if we can find anything out there. We're not looking at it as yet. A little bit of lightning out there. But yeah, you can pretty much target anything. You can target the sky. See the wing? It's like locked onto the wing there. So you can target in any direction. Wherever the camera looks, you can pretty much target. So it's pretty good. There's another way to target. You can also use the, if you get rid of the HUD, you can use a little reticle inside, like I'm using it there. You can see it moving around. So let's say there's something out there that I want to target out there. Like coming around now, and oh, there's a little bit of land over here that I want to target. Boom, and targets that way. So you can target 3 different ways. You can target with the heads-up display there in front of us. You need to make sure it has AGR on it. I can also target here. I can target with the flare. I can target with the thing. Now to get the AGR off again, to bring it down here, I can either click on it, or I can use the arrow. So up arrow will be up here. So control up arrow, I can go there. Control right arrow, it'll be down the bottom on the right DDI, and control left arrow, it'll be on the left DDI there. Or if I want to use the helmet display, I just go control up arrow, make sure I have press control shift H to turn it on, like that. Shift H I think dulls it out. There we go. Dulls it out to whatever you want. Yeah. So there's other key bindings for that. I can pull them up really quickly. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of key bindings for the heads-up display. So if you're using track IR or something along the lines of that, like VR or something, VR would be bloody brilliant with this particular thing. I'd use it all the time if I had VR or track IR. Save me using me hat switch on the joystick. So let me pull up the heads-up display optics. It's under the optics tab in your TAC task manager or your TAC manager. So your VRS F18E Superbug Hornet manager, you'll have to download that. It's not the TAC one, it's the Jet one. So there's 2 of them. Make sure you go to the Jet one. You'll see it under preferences in optics. So toggle on and off is Control Shift H. HUD altitude mode is Shift A. HUD brightness is Shift H. We also have HUD hue, Control H. So you can change the color. It's pretty cool. You can change it all the way around. I like a little bit of a lighter green, like clay. Also we have night vision. So HUD Control N. We're going to have night vision on the HUD there. But the best one, now we're going to do some night vision in the future, but this is going to be very bright. When we get to nighttime, we'll do some nighttime stuff, but we don't. So you got the night vision in the cockpit, or you're going to have full night vision through your goggles. And we also have Control P. What is that? Nothing in parameters to padlock. Okay, so that's okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to head back around. I'll turn autopilot off, take control of the aircraft, and we'll go and hunt down a target and see if I can find something. There is a target right in front of us. I'm going to go boom. I'm going to go out here. Going to go looking for it. Alright, so it should be there. It'll show up on camera. We're going to go drop down below these clouds so we can actually go see it. Cloud cover is one thing that the Fleur does not like as well. So you can either have cloud cover off for practice, and it is raining in the Northern Territory. There's actually a cyclone in the Gulf of Carpentaria, which is on the opposite side to where we're flying at the moment. So out to our out behind us, and then because I'm using Active Sky Next, I'm actually flying in really rough winds. So yeah. Alright, so we're going to zoom in on our target just so we can see if we can spot what we're looking for. Let's zoom in a bit further. I think we'll find it there. So we'll get rid of that so we can spot it again. There it is. So then we go over to our Fleur. I want to actually see if I can spot what we're looking at. I think it's the runway. Could be a runway right there. I wonder if I can turn those off now. I'll turn them off. Turn that off. We'll see if it's nice and warm now that I've turned those up. Don't really need them on now. Yep, so it is a runway. So we can see it there on the Fleur. Let's use Control G and see if I can spot it using Control Shift H, Control G. See if I can spot it with that a bit better. Not quite. Control Shift H. So we've spotted it there. Let's see if I can get the radar, set AGR, got the map. I want to have a look at our target. I don't think we can see our target from that direction. Let's bring this up, and it should, if you don't move the aircraft while you're doing this too often, it should like filter in what we're actually looking at. Let's go 1. 1 should show us what we're looking at. So yeah, we spotted a runway. I didn't even expect to spot this runway. So there's our runway right there that we're searching for right here. So we can go boom. And our radar's not picking it up, but we know we're locked on. every time you go to drop a bomb, make sure you take out good old Flare Boy with you. And boom, there we go. So it's telling us how far our range is, the altitude in feet from the sea, so it's 90 feet above sea level. So yeah, it's a really close lightning strike there. Let's see if we can use the flare to spot that tower. So all I'll do is shift, delete. So you can just move that, take it out to wide view. No, but there's a tower there, so it's pretty cool. So apart from that, thank you very much, guys. I hope that really helps. If you do have any questions on the radar and the use of this aircraft, thanks. Yeah, it's a really good way to spot targets. Our next one, we will be looking at autopilot and a little bit more waypoints and stuff like that, navigation, which is quite easy, so it's not going to be a big video. So yeah, thank you very much, guys, and yeah, you've been awesome. See ya.